Hello, day 30. So I'm gonna keep this video short because I seem to keep doing late night videos, but this is again a late night video. No sugar today. Good day. Day 30. 3/4 of the way through. Pretty proud of myself. Pretty impressed with myself. Previously I've never gotten this far in anything, so I'm really impressed with myself. I'm not sure. I kind of want to do another weigh-in, so I might do another one tomorrow, just see where I'm at. I have a feeling nothing's changed. I'm just hoping nothing is gained. So yeah, I worked today. I have tomorrow off because I'm going to see the No Filter show. Fuck yeah! I'm going to see that with Shannon, and I'm very, very excited. Shannon's terrible at picking up her phone, so I texted her a few times earlier today to try and figure out when exactly we're meeting up tomorrow, but no response. I'll get a hold of her eventually. It always happens. If worst comes to worst, I can just tell her sister to yell at her, and that usually works. Love you, Shannon, if you're watching this. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, just kind of worked and then came home and watched a lot of YouTube and had a kind of a nostalgic night. I watched a lot of like old music videos and stuff, and like scenes from old musical movies that I love. Like scenes from, I watched the scene A Boy Like That from West Side Story, which is probably one of my favorite songs from the whole movie. I'm not a huge fan of Maria's part because I'm not a huge fan of sopranos in general, but her part in that song isn't the worst. High praise. And then I also watched, I can always watch Newsies. I didn't watch the whole movie, I just watched a couple scenes from it. I watched two of my favorite songs, which are King of New York, which I love and makes me happy and giddy, and then Seize the Day, which again makes me happy and giddy. I think I like Seize the Day a little bit more. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you must see Newsies, otherwise we cannot be friends. Because it's like my favorite movie, probably. Maybe not of all time, but definitely like it's up there. It's one of my top 3, probably. But yeah, anyways, it has Christian Bale back when he was like 18, 19. He's young and he's beautiful and he sings and dances really badly, but he goes for it with gusto, which is, you know, sweet. But yeah, so he's in it and he's the lead. His character's name is Jack Kelly, and he's a New Yorker, so he's got the New York accent, and he actually does a pretty good job. Also in it is Bill Paxton, who plays a journalist who's covering the newsboys' strikes in the 1920s in New York, which is all based on real events. I've talked about this musical before, but I could always talk about it again. It also has, God, what's her name? She plays Meadowlark, this stage performer that the boys go to see. Shit. I may have to go look at it because it's gonna bother me. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna go to my wall of movies, all alphabetical, and go down and find. I see it right there. There's Newsies, my favorite. Okay. But yeah, so this is the front cover. That right there is, oh crap. For that right there is Christian Bale. You can't really see him. Kind of. You can kind of see him, but he's beautiful and he dances. And then on the back you can see it's also got crap. Robert Duvall. Robert Duvall is in it. He plays William Randolph Hearst. And then that's Meadowlark, and she is played by Anne Margaret. That's her name. But yeah, she has a couple songs in it. One of them is more fun than the other. They're not favorites of mine, but some of the pieces from those ones get stuck in my head. So yeah, so a must see for any musical fan, especially a musical fan of the 90s. This was from, when is this from? Oh crap, it's from 83? No, it's not. It was 92. They're lying. I'll have to do a little research on that, but I'm pretty sure it was 92. But yeah, it's so good. So I watched a couple of scenes from that, and enjoyed myself greatly. I feel like I should probably, I'm a huge movie buff, in case you hadn't noticed. I'm a huge movie and musical buff. It's a huge part of my life. I worked at a movie theater for nearly 4 years. It was my first job and my favorite job so far. If you know theaters in downtown Seattle, there's the like movie theaters, not theaters, but there's one that's called the Cinerama. It's owned by Paul Allen, who was a partner in Microsoft with anywho, but he's a big sci-fi geek, and for a while it was run by AMC, and I worked for AMC, and so I got to work there. The cool thing about that theater is the Cinerama format was this extensive widescreen, so it still has the capability to do this insane widescreen, which takes 3 full-size screens and links them up together side by side, so you get this sort of IMAXy like rotation screen, and it's something to see. They don't do it really anymore, but there's only 3 theaters like that are capable of doing that in the world. I want to say one of them's in London, and I want to say the other is in Australia. I could be really wrong. It's been a while since I worked there, so I don't remember. But the theater is amazing. It seats a little over 800, and it's awesome. I've seen most of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies there, and I've seen a few others. It's funny, one of my first experiences with that theater is seeing Funny Girl with Barbara Streisand, which was quite an experience. Seeing Barbara Streisand on a screen that large was mind-blowing. It was just like but anyways, back to my point for all of this was I'm a huge movie buff, and I have kind of a wall of movies which I'm standing right next to, but yeah, so, and this is even like pared down, so that's top shelf. I have everything from The 10th Kingdom, which was a mini-series from the 90s, I want to say the late 90s, and so was the Alice in Wonderland that is right there, starring Tina Majorino, but I have everything from that to like Beetlejuice to Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is one of my all-time favorites, Chicken Run, all the Harry Potter movies, which are like magical, like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Hook, good, great, fantastic movie, and then down here I have like another Gary Oldman film, Immortal Beloved, about Beethoven, who's one of my favorite composers. This I'm borrowing from Aaron and Shannon. It's Jane Eyre, the mini-series, because you can't actually buy it anymore. I really want it, but I can't. It's like $50 or $60 when you're trying to buy it online, which is ridiculous. But yes, I've got, it's really cheesy, but I've got like Leap Year. These are 2 of my favorites, which I can watch any old time. It's really far away, but it's A Little Princess and then The Secret Garden, and so it's like a dual disc DVD, which is really awesome. So I literally like can play either of them and have a good cry during The Little Princess. But some really good ones that I love is Matchmaker. It's got Janine Garofalo, who you wouldn't think of as a romantic lead, but she plays a romantic lead in this one, and it really works. It's really funny. Little Women with Winona Ryder, and baby Kirsten Dunst. She's like 12. I think it's shortly after Interview with a Vampire, which I have right here. those are both excellent. Let's see what else. Ooh, Merlin the miniseries, that one's really good. I have my 2 of my Muppets, and then I have a Muppet Show. I have 3 seasons of that. That's not all 3 of them, but yeah, that's a couple of them. I'm a huge fan of the original type of Christmas movies where they're claymation movies. If you, it's like the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and like, let's see, what does this one have? This one has Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which is these 3. It also has Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and the original Frosty the Snowman. I think it has a few others. The Little Drummer Boy, which was not one of my favorites. I didn't really like that one. I mean, it was okay, but, well, not my favorite. But yeah, so I'm a fan of those, so I have a bunch of those. I have some other ones. It's like, Santa's Magical Stories. It's down on the lower shelf. It's all alphabetized because I'm a weirdo and get a little obsessive about it. But yeah, then this one, some of these are repeated, but this one has The Year Without a Santa Claus, which has probably a couple of my favorite songs, which is like Heat Miser and Snow Miser. Those are probably my 2 favorite characters, so I definitely love that one. Jack Frost from the 70s. But yeah, it's got all the like classic feel-good claymation Christmas movies. I was going to say Disney movies, but that's not correct. I don't think Disney did any claymation movies, and if they did, then I don't know if I've actually seen them. Oh my god, putting DVDs back one-handed is like excessively difficult. Also, I get really anal retentive about my DVDs don't have any like space between them, and I get really like this bothers me if it's not like perfectly lined up. I'm a crazy person, I know. But these are my babies. So yeah, so I have a lot of those. Let's see, what's some other good ones? Probably my favorite like love story movie of all time ever. I discovered something recently. It was on Netflix and it kept being recommended to me, and it's not on Netflix anymore, which is really upsetting, but it kept being recommended to me, and I was like, it doesn't look like my kind of movie. And then I watched it and I was like, why wasn't this in my life before it was recommended to me? Like, why didn't I see this the minute it came out? But it's called Dakota, Skye. I love it so much. This is Dakota Skye. Sorry, I'm flipping you off. This is Dakota Skye. She has a superpower. She can tell when people are lying, which sounds really lame when you say it like that, but the way they play it in the movie is really interesting. It's a low budget film, so it's not like special effects or anything. It's just kind of like, you'll see if you watch it. You should watch it. It's really good. But she's dating this guy named, oh crap, what's his name? I can't remember his name because he's not really the important one. But she's dating this guy, kind of a dick. But she doesn't really care because he doesn't, like, he's kind of honest about stuff where it's like the things he lies about are kind of things she can get over. And he's not, when she describes him, and she's like, he's not the worst looking or something to that effect. It's really funny. But she's a very like apathetic character who's like I'm just living my life as best I can. I'm just literally trying to survive. And then so all of a sudden, so when you meet her, she's kind of like solid D's in high school. She's a high school student, by the way. So when you meet her, she's kind of solid D's, lazy in high school, sleeps through the day, her mom's always gone, and she has a kind of an older boyfriend who's a dick in a band. Anyways, her boyfriend's best friend comes into town, and his name is Jonah, and he kind of turns her world upside down, because he never lies, or she can't tell when he's lying, and it's so good, and he's beautiful. I'm in love with him. He's just we take a trip to the Grand Canyon and it's beautiful and it makes me all swoony, and I love it, and everyone should watch this movie because it has not been as known as it should be. I try to show like everyone that I know this movie just so that they can experience the joy that is Dakota Skye. But anyways, this video is getting very rambly because it's late at night and I could go on about movies forever and always. But yeah, so that's some of my favorite movies that you should all check out and watch. I'll probably do another, like, go through my movies and pick out some favorites and actually do a legit, like, here's my review of some of my favorite movies, and do like maybe like a top 10, or maybe do different genres and then do top 10 of different genres. So it seems like a good plan because I'm a little obsessed with movies. Also, if you know me in real life, then you know that I'm kind of like the embodiment, like the person version of 6 Degrees of Separation. Kind of. It's a weird way to explain it, but I'm kind of like the living version of IMDb. I know tons about actors and actresses and what movies they've been in, and who they're married to, who they've worked with, who they've you know, what other actors, actresses they've worked with, what directors are good, like all kinds of stuff. So I'm kind of a really good, I should do trivia. I'm that good, but not to toot my own horn. But yeah, so if you know me in real life, you know that I'm, you know, movies are my passion. And if you can see that I've got like, you know, 3 solid, and then like I've got like this bag full of movies that I'm trying to get rid of, or sell, not really get rid of, because they're not my favorites. Like, they're my favorites, but, and also I'm not getting rid of the Doctor Who because I don't like them. I'm getting rid of the Doctor Who because my mom got me for Christmas one year this like David Tennant Seasons like book box set thing. So it has all of his seasons, and then all of his like specials and everything, so I have it all clumped into one, so I don't need those individual seasons. So don't hate me, I do love Doctor Who. Well, okay, I love David Tennant Doctor Who. I can't really stand Matt Smith or anybody else. Don't hate me. Again, I say don't hate me. But anyways, yes, so, you know, I love movies. To sum up, this has been a very long video. I'm sorry, I'm rambly, I'm tired. I just thought I would give you a little insight into my world, which is movies. You also, if you know me in real life, you know that I quote movies and tie things into movies. Mostly Disney. The people I work with will attest to this, but mostly Disney. If anybody says anything, I kind of immediately am ticked off to like, oh my god, such and such said that in Disney movie, or such a, like, that was a line in this song, or that was a line in this movie. So that's kind of where my brain works. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna end this video because I could keep going, because when I get tired, I talk a lot, which is sort of the opposite of what you should do, but and usually I do that with my mom, but she's already asleep, and you guys are a captivated audience. So anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me through this ridiculously long video. I have the day off tomorrow. I'll probably vlog a little bit because me and Shannon are going to the No Filter show, and I'm super duper excited. So yeah, so hopefully exciting fun things will be happening tomorrow, and I will catch them on the camera, but if not, then just know that excitement and fun was had. But anyways, for today, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I can speak English, I swear, it's my native tongue. But yeah, anywho, good night. I love you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.